Step by step and side by side, how to record a song using GarageBand and Pro Tools. Lesson 12, Mastering and Exporting. In this lesson, you will learn how to master and add effects to the master track and then export your final song. To add a master track in GarageBand, go to Track and Show Master Track. The master track will appear underneath the pre-existing tracks. Then play the loudest part of your song and adjust the master volume on the master track so that it does not peak in the yellow or red sections but remains mostly in the green. Here, if I increase the master track volume, you can see that there's a lot of yellow and some red appearing, which I don't want. Now click on the Smart Controls button. This will show you the output, EQ, and effects options. Another way of seeing the effects options available to you for the master track is by going to Mix, Show Automation. Here you can see the huge list of effects, output and EQ options that you can add to your master track. To share your song, go to the Share menu and choose Export Song to Disk. In the Save As window, give your song a name. Choose where you're going to save the song. In this case, I'm creating a new folder. Choose the MP3 format and click on Export. Your GarageBand project file gets converted or bounced to disk, and then converted to MP3 format. Now you should find the completed MP3 file where you specified to save it. In my case, completed songs, and there it is, noescape.mp3. Now let's look at this process in Pro Tools. To create a master track, go to Track and New, choose Stereo, choose Master Fader and Create. A track will appear with the name Master 1. Adjust the master slider so that there is no red or yellow when you're playing your song at the loudest possible point. Watch as I increase the master volume and notice that there is red and yellow, so that's too loud. If I reduce it by too little, we don't get enough signal through either. 0 is usually okay. Now I'm going to add EQ 7 band. As I listen, I'm going to increase a little bit of the treble and the mid to treble and a small amount of the bass. Remember to use the bypass button. Once I'm happy with that, I can add other inserts if I wish. There are plenty to choose from. In this case, I'm just going to leave it at EQ. Once you are happy with how everything is sounding and you're ready to share your song, in Pro Tools you visit the File menu and click on Bounce to Disk. You then get options as to what type of file type you want to save it as. I'm choosing MP3. And the file name, also the sample rate too. Click on Bounce. Another window pops up asking you for more details, which you can fill in if you wish. Click on OK. And Pro Tools begins to bounce your track to disk. Now, just to prove that that's created an MP3 file, let's have a look for the file in Finder. And here is the completed MP3 version. Now let's look at some of the similarities and differences. So Pro Tools offers you the option to add a stereo or a mono master track, whereas GarageBand defaults to a stereo master track. Both programs offer you the ability to add EQ and other effects to the master track. GarageBand offers you multiple options for export, such as exporting to QuickTime or exporting to SoundCloud. Pro Tools only offers you the option to export to disk or to QuickTime. Both programs allow you to change the file format and quality, but Pro Tools has a few more options. So in conclusion, which program is best to use? Well, both programs can do exactly the same things, but just in very different ways. You get roughly the same outcome using both Pro Tools and GarageBand. It really comes down to a personal preference as to which one you prefer to use. That is the last lesson in this series. I hope that you have enjoyed learning about Pro Tools and GarageBand, and that the information contained in these tutorials has been helpful for you.